Hello everyone, I'm Varun Khurana. I run an agri-tech startup called ProFarm. Thank you for the opportunity to speak amongst all of you. So quick introduction. So ProFarm, we are in the perishable supply chain. So by and large, it's fruits and vegetables. So overall, it's a B2B supply chain. We are digitizing it, and the goal of this supply chain is manifold. So one is to just reduce the, I would say, the demand supply gap, both in terms of quality and quantity. Second is that in this supply chain we see wastages of over 50%. What we have been able to do is bring this down to at least 3 to 4% in our supply chain. So in summers it goes to like 4-5%, in winters it's like 3%. The way our whole system moves is that we serve the small and medium businesses. So by and large, this is your neighborhood shops, kirana shops, fruits and vegetables, thele wale, and so on and so forth. We have 3 distribution centers in Delhi NCR. We have more than 2,500 odd retailers on the platform. We serve about 500 retailers every day, moving more than 40 to 50 tons of produce through our system on a daily basis. Overall, clocking an overall top line of 30 to 40 crores annualized. The way and what makes this system, I would say, very, very unique is the fact that we are dealing with perishables, and the biggest challenge in dealing with perishables is that you're primarily sitting on like a time bomb, right? Because it's degrading with time, and the more time that produce spent in your system, you're impacting its freshness and the likelihood that you're delivering a worse quality to your retailer. That likelihood increases. So from our perspective, and that's where we use technology and mostly prediction-based technologies to make sure that when the produce comes, within a couple of hours, it just goes out of the system. So it spends very, very little time within our distribution centers or in transit. So that is by and large what we've been able to do, which causes our wastage numbers to be significantly lower than what exists in the market conventionally. So one other big thing, and a lot of speakers have talked about it, is the whole traceability aspect. And I think this is one unique thing which also has a lot of impact from a whole supply chain standpoint. The reason I say that is because if you look at the traditional mandi system, right? So you typically have a grower will come, will deposit his produce, the payment would by and large be agreed upon, ki kitna milega. And then, the produce kind of makes its way out, and then no one knows where it came from, what happened, what was the source, and let's say it was contaminated, or let's say it did have some problem. Now there's no way to trace all of that. Within our system, what we are able to do is that we're able to track every lot of every farmer that comes. And that enables us to actually see, which all retailers that produce went to. And in case there are rejections that happen at certain retailers, we are actually able to track that down all the way to the source and actually pass that feedback on to the grower, where we can tell him that, look, today you supplied us a ton of cauliflower. Out of the total 3 tons that we do, we normally see 6-7% rejection, but in your case we saw 12% rejection, which is higher than normal. So that is, and we would give back the reasons why that happened. So that kind of encourages the grower to kind of better and better and better their produce. So that is one thing that we have naturally been able to build into the system and provide data for growers, for one, to better their produce, and two, to actually charge a premium. Now this is something very interesting. Often in the whole ag supply chain, we try to just optimize for cost, like big time. We try to optimize for every rupee or every logistics that we spend. But our learning actually across this whole journey of 3 odd years has been that people are actually willing to pay more for it. They are willing to pay more for better quality. When I say better quality, that can actually mean different things for different commodities. Like if you talk about commodities like ladyfinger or okra, right? So people will be willing to pay more. Agar choti hai size mein pakki nahi hai, so they'll be happy to pay more. Similarly, if you talk about commodities like banana or papaya, right? So in that case, you will see that the color is a very big criteria when customers decide to pick up their produce. So for example, if your banana is too ripe, it's too yellow, too dry, customer are not going to pick it up no matter what the price. On the other hand, if it is too green, then again, you have a challenge to kacha. And if it's the right combination, people will pay 50 to 60% more premium. And this is we have seen that over the last 2-3 years. So I think, overall, these are some of the learnings that, have been for us. So among some of the, I would say the key opportunities and challenges that, we see in the space, one of the biggest ones is consistency. In a country where, climate changes, things change, and when you procure from different farmers, you see कि कभी कुछ आ रहा है, कभी कुछ आ रहा है, and then from a consumer and a retailer perspective, the point again comes, यार, तुम्हारा 3-4 दिन तो बहुत अच्छा आता है, फिर चौथे दिन कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाती है. So that is where, one of our learnings have been that, if you're able to control things better and make it more precise at the farm gate and deliver consistency, I think the premium that you can command is like significantly higher. So I think, that is, one of the huge, I would say, opportunities and a challenge. But this is, about climate smart, so let me just close the note with a few, climate related things that we see in our supply chain. So, let's talk about climate, right? So we are, entering winters here in Delhi, and, at this time you will see that, a lot of produce will start growing locally. It will become dirt cheap, like you'll see cauliflower at, selling at like 3 rupees, 4 rupees a kg at the farm gate. Now in summers, this goes up to like 50 rupees, right? So I think, a huge opportunity where if you can, conquer the variances of climate and grow it uniformly over, an extended period of the year, I think the opportunities that lie in terms of price advantages are huge. So I think on that note, I'd like to, end this conversation. Thank you very much, everyone.